Success! I'm Rebecca Brand, and I'm going to show you how to catch gophers with my favorite trap. It's the Victor black box trap. I've got big issues with gophers. I've got a huge yard, and with a huge yard, it brings gophers. The secret to getting gophers is to make sure you have an active tunnel. You can tell that by looking for a mound of fresh dirt. It's a little more moist than the ones that are older. I've tried all kinds of traps in my life, and the two I'm going to show you are the ones that work best. I learned how to do pest control from my brother Brad. He's had a pest control company his entire life. There's the Mackleby traps, but they're harder to use. You need two at a time, pointing down the tunnel in opposite directions, and then you have to stake it in. Those are harder for me to set. What I love is this one called the black box. This works better. The company is Victor, and I'll put a link in the description box so you can get it. I get them on Amazon. It's really easy. I make a dime on each sale. It's not that big of a deal, but I want to make it easy for you to buy it. You have to dig a hole with the active gopher tunnels and make it a big hole. So I could film the video, I had a friend do this. You need to push down the rectangular looking thing of metal, and then you bring around the hook, which is the long skinny piece with the curved end. And in that hook, you place it underneath the grasper, which is the other metal piece that comes through the trap. You place the trap in the hole so that the tunnel is going into the trap. Make sure the black hole on the other side of the trap is available and pointed up to the sky, because they're going to want to get in that trap and cover it up so they have a black tunnel. You don't need any bait for this Victor black box, but on the Mackleby traps, you would. You would need to bait it with something. I tend to use gazanias in my garden. They're yellow flowered plants. They love that. Or anything you know a gopher loves in your garden is a good thing to put on top of the hole. You don't need any bait for this Victor black box. After you put the black box in the hole, check to make sure you can see inside the trap, because then you know the gopher can see outside and see the light. And then you cover it up with dirt. You want the sides punched in. Make sure you tie a wire or a string around the side metal piece of that trap, because a gopher will steal it and run away with it down the hole, and you may never see it again. They're thieves. This allows you to pull the trap back out in case a gopher isn't quite caught and drags the trap, or might get caught by a leg or something. This trap, I just used a string. I set this trap a few hours ago. All sign says I've caught the gopher because the metal bar has risen above the line of the dirt. That means we've had success. And I'm going to check to see if we got the gopher. Ah! We got it. This is success. See, these work so fast. This black box, this one was white, it's so old. They're my favorite gopher traps. Can you believe it? I got him, and he was a fatty. I should feel some guilt at this point in my life, but I really don't. And the reason is they ruin my lawn, and they are so bad for my yard. You need to get these traps to get the gophers. I had a little Tygo, and Tygo would bring them in for me and leave them as little presents in my house. But Tygo is no longer with me, so I have to do it myself. So now it's time to bury him. We got to get him out of the trap. So I'm going to press this down in the back and release him. And I just put him in a plastic bag. It's time for the gopher burial. All God's creatures really belong on our planet, but I'm telling you, I had to do something. I cannot let them ruin my lawn. And into the trash he goes. Life isn't always pleasant. There are some things you gotta do. And girlfriends, you can do it by yourself. And guys too. Subscribe to my channel, I'm Rebecca Brand, and let's keep finding out great recipes in life, like a recipe to kill the gophers.